Job number J-20243741-2. We're accessing the sewer through a 3-inch threaded cleanout plug located on the drain connection, on the base of the drain stack that's serving the kitchen sink, first floor kitchen sink, and the basement utility sink. Counter's at 108 feet. We're looking at the flow of the city main sewer. City main sewer is flowing from left to right. Pipe material is PVC. We have a little bit of water running in the drain to observe flow characteristics. Transition from PVC to clay at 104. Very small root growth at that connection. On the right hand side there. Minor pooling there at 100. Visible fracturing in the clay. Fracturing is lateral. Fracturing starts at this joint. We can see it on the top of the pipe at about 10, 11, and 1 o'clock, and on the bottom of the pipe at about 5 o'clock. Fracturing continuing through this segment. It seems to stop at that joint. It's hard to say. Oh, nope, it keeps on going. You can see it on the bottom. Lateral fracturing continuing on the bottom. There's a very fine one that appears to be on the top. Lateral fracturing continuing, getting a little more pronounced, pushing up on the bottom. A chunk is actually missing there. Lateral fracturing continuing. Sure, up to this point at 91. So 91 to 96 is that section that's fracturing. debris sitting around in this section. Transition from clay to what looks to be concrete at 84. Cooling water in this section, starting at 84. Water is very dark. Followed out the camera lens. I'm going to push pause to see if I can clear it. I was able to clear the camera lens. The water running a little bit more. We can see the deeper pooling really starts at 88. Also visible in this section is some additional fracturing. We can see it on the top of the pipe at 12 o'clock and spiraling off down on the right hand side between 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock along the right hand side. See it fracturing out at the top. So this segment being from about 89 to 86. And we've got our cooling water here. And our transition from cast iron to clay to cast iron at 84. Not cast iron, clay to concrete rather. Cooling water going above the camera lens. I'm going to try to back drag it through. Hopefully the lens will clear out on the other end. A lot of debris and water sitting around here. Ripples here is the upstream end of the pooling, so 71 to 88. Pipe material is still concrete. Tree root hanging in there. smaller one at the top right corner at 67. Lots of iron scale sitting out in the pipe. Pipe material is still concrete. Transition to cast iron at 48. Y connection at the top, most likely our main building cleanout at the street side of the home, 45. Cast iron is heavily pitted on the top and the sides. A lot of loose rust scale also sitting around. More loose rust scale and pitting of the cast iron. Change in direction, sort of a Y at 29. Loose rust scale sitting in the bottom of the pipe. The top of the pipe looks pretty hollowed out, like it might be very, very thin. possibly a Y connection for the floor drain off to the left at 14. Oh, actually, or some other pipe connection. Then this would be our Y at 13 rather. Off to the left, coming in from the left. Top of the pipe looks extremely pitted and very, very thin. Going up the base of the stack for the kitchen and laundry. Access to the drain cleanout. Kitchen sink is coming down that 1.5" PVC, and utility sink is coming across. It's a 3" threaded plug, but it's a 4" cast iron drain.